Honestly, I'm really taken aback by the quality of the second episode. Just watch both of them, not just this night. And for me, this is one of the strongest of the whole series. I played The Last of Us 2 just one time, and it was 2 years ago, so I won't draw many parallels between those two versions. Because first, I don't remember that many small details of the game, and secondly, I also see and think the series is its own, even more in this second season than in the first. Well, the really good thing is that they had some overarching themes this episode. The first one, grief and forgiveness. The therapy lady, Gail, yes, had such a great speech that she tells Joe straight up she hates him for killing her husband prematurely, which was also a really interesting plot point that was not really explored further. This I found okay. We could have really seen more of that. That he killed Eugene. Yeah, supposedly when he was a firefly. Firstly, he was a firefly, and secondly, he was bitten. Apparently, he killed him. So yeah. Um, and also, oh yeah, also this whole scene between those two was done really well. As far as I know and what I saw online, Gail Linden is the original character in the series, and it shows how conflicted Joel is about his past, and she almost opens him up with being that raw and truthful, real, but he's still not ready for it. Sadly, that was his last chance. Yeah, Ellie, she's processing the situation with her and Joel, and you see a glimpse of them slowly making up, which was also cut short because of his death. Then Seth, who was making a scene in the last episode, with her, or because her and what's the name of it? Dean, Dina. They are the love interest of Ellie because of them kissing, and yeah, but that could have been like a real bigger conflict, but it was somehow somewhat resolved by him apologizing. So, and of course, the big grief of Abby, which she will not forgive. But or she sees only vengeance as the solution, which in turn will do the same thing to Ellie. So yeah. What else? We had this scene in the abandoned warehouse. Wow, I thought it was really great executed. We also got to see this silly side of Ellie, that she is still at this point like a teenager and she behaves like one, probably for her first time as well. Yeah, her life before was mostly surviving, losing her best friend, or her first love, and also like good friends of her like Henry, and yeah, who helped her open up to her inner child, probably the first time since she was with Joe. So I'm glad to see her being still childish in her playfulness, but maybe this will be the last time we see this side of her after what happened at the end of that episode. And I also had a little look in some comments, and that many people were a bit frustrated, or I don't know, like because Ellie is like more childish, also screaming like, "Hey, I'm infected, but I'm not that." But for me, I can really see her being like that in an environment like in a big community with also some other teenagers. Why? Sure, in the game she's more mature, but yeah, I will say later a little bit more to that. Um, well, she was also still bitten from this new zombie type, or runner type, or infected type, or whatever. And she cutting the wound. Wow, that showed how fights are still dangerous and real, which I found like too little and a bit lacking in the first season, to be honest. So yeah, I'm glad that we get to see some like gory, still some gory types, and a little bit, just a little bit scary fights. Yeah, and the second theme or another theme was also because all things fall apart. Like wow, what a genius and fantastic original Castle Storm that was, with still some emotional attachment in such big battle by having Tommy and his partner right in the middle of it. Wow, it's really fascinating. And the cinematography was really well. The effects mixed with all the real elements that were still present, that gave it a clean and enjoyable look in my eyes, and also not many logic breaking moments. Maybe besides that we haven't seen the zombies breaking in one of the bunkers underground, but we still saw so many things go wrong with the what do they call it, like infected, not zombies. They're not zombies. They're not zombies. The infected still be breaking in the houses where all the brothers and sisters are shooting from on the top on the roof, still breaking in and going up and killing so many up there, and also on the big fans, like a few were also bitten. um then we also got the giant bloater, whoa, and his scene with the flamethrower Tommy. What a freaking show, man. I really like, oh, that was so great that he was also like Tommy, just at the end he was like just cowering and he thought he would die now, and well, it really showed his humanness, still humanness. Also afterwards he was breaking down in the arms of, sorry, I forgot the name of his partner. Wow, I find that to be really such a great original and like a fight that was added on because it was not in the game. So yeah, that was also super great. And then we got Abby scenes where she slips down the slope, activates all the runners. Yeah, it showed her even more vulnerable, which I have mixed feeling about. But yeah, like I said, later more about that. But seeing her being chased and nearly crushed from that fence, oh, that was just perfect. And yeah, Joe rescuing her, which is now that we know her motives. Oh, just a really heart-wrenching scenes, man. Not only did he kill her father, which is why she's here in the first place, but he even saves her. Oh, the last nail in his coffin. Yeah, and speaking about that, cause like the death, like the big moment, everyone was looking dreadful ahead, and me as well. Oh yeah, I was not surprised. I knew it already, but cannot lie, it still hit me. The whole scene, sure, it was really similar to the game, but it chose to dwell a bit more on it. Like this time, having Abby tell Joel about her father. Well, it was a pretty deep approach in my side. Found it to be really really working well. Because in the game it was like really abrupt. You didn't know anything about Abby or the guys or the motives. So I I am really um I find it to be like a good approach as well in this time, and to be done well. And also like Joel's face, him acknowledging the shit he's done. I was really satisfied in a weird way with how they handled the changes. And it's so interesting to see a show like how it can change, because it's not an interactable medium like a game, or interactable, yeah, where you can interact in it. And it makes perfectly sense that some like plot points or like perspectives, I was seeing that a lot. I watched a few YouTube videos and some read a few comments like, oh, with the perspective in the game you can you just play Ellie in the beginning, and then her perspective with the death of Joel, why that was apparently way better. I can get it in the game, but this is not a game; it's a show, and many people who watches it without knowing the game, without having played the game. So I can see why you would go maybe in that direction to give like the anti-hero, or yeah, she's not a straight up villain, Abby, but like an anti-hero, and give him more, or portray her already like an anti-hero, and give him more motivations. I can really see that, and I find it works really well. But some changes are a bit more worrying, to be honest. Like, I have to say, I get why many fans are bothered with the decision to have Abby be like a scrawny small woman. Yeah, it really takes away from her menacing aura that she has in the game, and many scenes will have to be made different. Like so many character in the game were like describing her as super big, and many fights where she was, yeah, manhandling other enemies. That, yeah, of course, it's not it's not possible with that little woman who plays her now, and she hasn't buffed up. But it will be made different. So I just stay in trust, and I'm really excited how she will evolve in this and the next season. Also, she seems not like the hardened killer machine. Like in the game, she really, yeah, buffed up for 4 years and was getting ready. She gets more spooked, and not incompetent, but yeah, a little bit more maybe out of control in some scenes, or struggling to have the control, and like to be more like an authority, because yeah, she's really small. I don't know. Um, but yeah, it will be super interesting as well how she and Ellie will be together on screen. Yeah, if both of the characters are slim women, and without having this big difference in speed and strength and stature like in the game, that will be really interesting to see. But nothing of that takes anything away from Caitlin's incredible performance. She really embodies Abby, and anyone that says it's her fault or whatever really needs to heal himself. And with regards to Bella Ramsey's Ellie, I already fell in love with her in the first season. Um, but at first, I was a little bit, let's say, critical, because she's still so young in that episode. And when in the second game, she matured quite a lot. But like I said, for her character still being more childish and playful, it is fitting. And also, it hits. maybe a bit harder the death of her father figure. She still doesn't look like, I don't know, she's 25 or whatever. Or I think she's 19 in here, but yeah, in the game she really, like from the beginning on, from the second game, she looks way more like her face, also her features way more mature than slim, and yeah, having more edges. Yeah, but her performance, like always, amazing. Period. So yeah, uh, hope you enjoyed it. Just a few thoughts I had of that episode. I was, well, like I said, I was really enjoying it. The first one as well. And I was really excited since the first season ended. So yeah, I'm glad it's already now coming out the second season. But what I've heard, it's just 7 episodes, so they will split it, and then the third season will end the second game. So yeah, but that's also way super nice, giving more room to develop. Because in my eyes, it was like a bit like biggest, the biggest gripe I had with the first season, that they had just so little episodes and was rushed in the end. I felt it really strongly that it was rushed in the end. Um, so yes, thanks for watching. If you can like and blah blah blah, do subscribe or whatever, and give me your thoughts in the comment section. Yeah, see you when the third episode drops. Bye.